Hi everyone, my name is Julia Salipsip and I'm here with Rinel Manukduk to discuss our topic in this presentation, which is transport mechanism. Transport of various substances across a plasma membrane may occur by several mechanisms, which includes diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and active transport. At this slide, it provides an overview of the different mechanisms by which substances are transported across the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is a flexible lipid bilayer that surrounds and contains the cytoplasm of the cell. And here it mentions three primary types: diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and active transport. These mechanisms play a crucial role in maintaining cellular functions by regulating the movement of various molecules in and out of the cell.
Diffusion. It is a natural tendency for molecules to move constantly. Their movement is random and due is to energy found in the individual molecules. Example na din po natin dito is yung pagpatakbo ng molecules left side the container po. And mapapansin nyo po na nagmumove po yung molecules randomly hanggang sa ma-achieve niya po natin ang equilibrium po. From the word equilibrium, pantay po. Diffusion can be divided into two main types po, namely passive diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Ang passive diffusion po, it is molecules move directly across the membrane, thus their concentration gradient without energy po. Hindi na po siya nangangailangan ng energy para mag-move po yung mga molecules. Dumako naman po tayo sa osmosis po. Ito po yung proseso ng pag-diffuse ng water sa isang selective permeable membrane po. Para sa sitwasyon po natin ngayon, ang tendency po ng water molecules ay mag-diffuse mula sa solution na may mababang solute concentration po, papunta sa solution na may mataas na solute concentration po. Ito po ay magpapatuloy hanggang dalawang solution ay magparehong concentration, ang tinatawag na same concentration po o equilibrium po.
And here we have the hypertonic solution. A hypertonic solution is a particular of a solution that has a greater concentration of solutes on the outside of the cell when compared to the inside of the cell. Hypertonic solution has a higher solute concentration outside of the cell causes water to leave the cell, leading to shrinkage, and it's called crenation in animals and plasmosis in the plants. Prolonged exposure can cause dehydration. And next we have the hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution in any solution that has a lower isotonic pressure than the other solution. So what says the hypertonic solution has the lower solute concentration outside of the cell causes water to enter and making the cell swell. Animal cells may burst or lysis, while plant cells become firm due to their cell walls. When the cell is placed into the hypotonic solution, it rapidly gains water by osmosis and swells. Conversely, when the cell is placed into the hypertonic solution, it loses water by osmosis and shrinks. One of the internal solute concentration becomes equal to the external solute concentration. Internal and external fluids are said to be isotonic or isoosmotic. At this stage, no movement of water into or out of the cell occur. So isotonic solution is a equal solute concentration inside and outside of the cell means no water movement. Keeping the cell's shape stable, this balance is ideal for most cells. So sa slide po na to, dinidiscuss po kung paano yung pag-respond ng cells into different solute concentration in their surroundings, with water movement across the cell membrane driven by osmosis. and understanding this solution helps explain key biologically process and maintaining cellular health.
Facilitated diffusion po, ito po ay isang passive transport na nangangailangan na po ng transport protein. Active transport, isang uri ng movement na substance na nangangailangan ng energy upang matransport ang mga substance against sa concentration ng gradient nito.
And now we have the primary active transport. These are found in all living organisms and require an energy source such as ATP from translocation of the gaseous. The primary active transport where energy from ATP is directly used to pump ions like sodium and potassium across the membrane. As seen in a sodium-potassium pump, this process helps maintain the cell's internal ion balance, membrane potential, and osmotic stability, which are crucial for functions like nerve signaling and muscle contraction. It also creates an electrochemical gradient needed for secondary active transport to occur.
Secondary active transport po, ito po ay nang-define as a transport of a solute in direction po. Ang proseso ng paglipat ng substance laban sa kanilang gradient na gamit ang energy mula sa ibang substance na bumababa po ng gradient po. That's all for today's video po. Thank you for listening.